my celestial friends! I'm Eka, the Saving Sorceress, and today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough and review of the Unfolding Path Tarot by Athene Noctua. The Unfolding Path Tarot was published mass market by Hay House in 2023, and I had my eye on it from the beginning because it is just gorgeous. I am so excited to show you this whole walkthrough. Now, you might have seen some of the cards from this deck already on my channel if you saw my 24 trendy witchy outfit ideas video for 2024. I really had a lot of fun with that and just showing some of the beautiful cards, so I can't wait to share every single card from it. I filmed this walkthrough when I first got it several months ago, and at the end of this video you'll want to stick around because I share my updated thoughts about how I feel about the deck, what worked for me, what didn't, just everything about the deck that I think that you should know. And so I am just really excited to show all of this. So let's get into it. Ooh, I love the color on this box. This is really beautiful. Okay, so we've got the booklet. And let's see. I assume it's probably like most booklets of this size. And yep, so we've got all the little entries. And interesting, so we just have sections for each of the minor arcana and just numbers within those. But that's good. Let's see if that's good. Table of contents. Yeah, it does. So it shouldn't be too hard to use, and it seems to have like one simple page for each card, which is helpful. Yeah, okay, cool. So we will get into that and do a reading of a card from this deck in a little bit, but let's set the book aside and get into the deck because I always get so excited to see the cards. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at those backs. And wow, before I start showing you the deck, I just have to share with you the inside of this box. It's stunning. Oh my gosh, this looks like the Star card probably, and maybe the Ace of Cups, we will see. But look at these! Oh my goodness! I've seen some beautiful insides of some boxes, but those are probably my favorites. So, and then we have the full back. These are so lovely to look at. Oh my gosh. I am so excited to do a bit of a flip through and check them all out. Now, this Fool card is actually one of the cards that I was initially drawn to. I think she is just so lovely, and we can already see that this is a deck that is going to have some age diversity, which I really like. I think it's just really important to show people of different ages, and I love her just, living her life, being sort of free, maybe not knowing exactly where life is going to take her, but just wholeheartedly embracing that. I think she's so sweet and cute and just maybe a little bit naive, but very willing to let life take her where she needs to go. I love it. I love this card so much. Okay, let's move this to the side so we can flip them over here. Got the Magician card. Oh, wow. That is powerful. And the High Priestess? Oh, I love her. I love her so much. The Empress? Oh my goodness, look at her hair. This is just stunning. And the Emperor? Oh, that's power right there. My goodness. And the Hierophant? Now, I have to say I'm usually not a huge fan of the Hierophant cards, but he's got to be one of my favorites. I like him. I'd love to hear what he has to say. I'm very intrigued. He seems a little bit more approachable than many of the ones I've seen, so yeah, I like this card. Surprising. on the lovers. Oh wow, that is beautiful and just so passionate. Oh my goodness. And the chariot, I really like the background on this. I like this whole card. I love it so much. Strength, oh my goodness. Yes, oh my gosh, the Hermit, always a favorite of mine. And just really beautiful. She really feels like a hermit, but in the best way. Like, she will guide you on a quest and then disappear back into her forest home, and you'll never find her again. Relatable. And the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, cool. I really like the depiction of Wheel of Fortune here. And I love her. I love these characters. Oh my gosh. These feel like friends that you can speak to, and I really like that. I like the fact that there's just so much diversity and so many different kinds of people here, different ages, just all kinds of things that I really like to see in a deck, and also just that really speak to me. I feel like this is a deck I could share with every single one of my friends. And always, I love a Justice card, and this is a beautiful Justice card. Oh my goodness. And instead of the Hanged Man, we just have Hanged, which is interesting. I like how she's just hanging from a tire swing. This is very beautiful. Look at these flowers. I can't wait to read some of the descriptions of the cards in the book and see what they have to say. Wow, this Death card is incredible. It is really powerful. Temperance. Oh, so lovely. Oh my gosh, Devil, he has a personality. Wow, that's incredible. Tower. Oh, I like how she's sort of the center of this. Like, sure, the tower is falling apart, it's on fire, there's lightning striking it, it's crumbling, but she is the center of the card. What is happening to her is the focus. I think that's really cool. And Star, I already talked a little bit about this from the inside of the box, but just a stunning, stunning card. Ooh, Moon. Oh my gosh, I love her too. As I get more and more familiar with the imagery that's associated with each of these cards, I just find that it's really cool seeing how different artists approach these different subject matters. Like here we have this lobster, and I think that that is really neat. I think it's just really cool that this is incorporated here in this way. It's really unique. And then we have the Sun card. He is just lighting up my life right now. I love him so much. I love his smile and just his approach to life. This is beautiful. And Judgment? Interesting. That's cool. And the World? Yes. Oh wow. I love her so much. She is just in her power. An Ace of, I'm gonna say, Wands? Yeah. So they don't actually specify, which is interesting. Guess you are supposed to intuit what you see in the cards, which is a beautiful way to do it. And I really like this. I like this depiction. It's so different than any of those that I'm used to. Also, it seems to be some very color-focused imagery. It looks like a lot of the cards have the same sort of colors, so you know what suit they are once you get to know this deck, which I think is really cool. So we've got more wands, and of course it makes sense for wands and fire, so red is very much a focus of these cards. That's really cool. So you sort of need to know a little bit about tarot to get all of the imagery from these cards, but I think that's really, really beautiful. And I just like these. I like that they're a mixture between modern and a sort of fantasy element. Like here, she's wearing very modern clothes, but she's off on an adventure in what looks like a pirate ship. Like, goals, amazing. I think this is really cool. Oh my gosh, I love them. They are so fun. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. This is another thing I love about this deck, is that everyone is included. As someone who has a disability myself, mine is invisible, but I just think it's so important to represent all sorts of different kinds of people. And this is beautiful. This is a man in his power, and he's winning. Look, here's his trophy, and I just think, wow, I want to know his story. I love these people, and I feel like I can connect with them. I mean, they seem all in their power, so in fact, I feel inspired by them. Because, I mean, look at her. She is making reality happen, and he is living his life, his best life. Oh my gosh, I love this. These are some of the most powerful cards I have ever seen, and I think that is beautiful. Oh wow, I really like this one, the Ten of Wands, because oftentimes with wands, you know, in the Ten of Wands, you are trying to carry all of them. And sometimes that can be a little bit too much. And with this Ten of Wands card, I think it really shows the concept of it being too much. Like, she is going to carry those 10 wands, but it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. Maybe there are too many. And I think that is really cool. That's a really cool depiction of that concept. Oh my gosh, I love this page. I love her. She is beautiful. And I love her facial expression. She is such a character. I love her so much. And the Knight. So it looks like in this deck, they're sticking with the Rider-Waite-Smith designation for the court cards. I always find it so interesting to see what different decks choose to do with the court cards, because sometimes they go really different, sometimes the imagery is just different, but the names are the same. And I think that's what they've done here, and I really, really like that. Incredible. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful card. And look at her little cat too. Oh my gosh, I am in love with this. I love her so much. She looks like a joy to be around. Oh my goodness. And this is definitely a card of power. He is in charge of his domain, and he knows it. And then we've got the Ace of Cups, so I was right about that too, from the box. I think these are beautiful. I am always a fan of Cups cards, and once again, these are stunning. They really speak to me. There's such a love and joy in most Cups suits, and I love them. This is one of my favorites. Look at the celebration. These friends or family that are just there for each other, enjoying their lives. I am so in love. And here, this man is contemplating. He looks like maybe things aren't quite going his way, but maybe someone's offering him a cup? Interesting. I really, really like this. I like how different all of the characters are. Like, she, for instance, is not in a good place. I love this. I love when you can really feel the meaning of the cards and you don't need to necessarily know what the book says even to have a visceral reaction to it. So I think this is so cool. I am so intrigued by all of these cards and just touched by them. They charm me in a very beautiful way. I love this one. It's so sweet. And she is clearly deciding something. This is the Seven of Cups. That makes sense. So yeah, she has some choices to make. I like that. Again, I think their facial expressions, although obviously not in this one, but most of them have great facial expressions where you can just feel a very specific emotion. I love these. It just shoots off the card and straight into your brain and into your heart. I love it. Oh yes, I'm always in love with Ten of Cups. This is so sweet. Oh, what a beautiful family. Oh my goodness. Yes, this is one of the cards that made me know that I had to get this deck. The Page of Cups. He is a delight. He is an absolute delight. I love him so much. It's very rare that you see a page that is not depicted as a young person. And often the page is changed into a different name, like a daughter or a child or something in many decks, and I have never seen a page that is an older man like this. But I love him. I love him, and I love his expression and just all of this. This is such a fun deck, and again, I feel so connected to these people. I feel like I know them. They feel like friends, and I think that's really cool. And oh my gosh, look at her. She is stunning. She is full of power. She knows it. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love this so much. Oh wow. I think these cards are just so cool. And we've got the Ace. Oh, gorgeous. So we're on to the sword suit now. Yes. She is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, that's a really cool take. I love how they have her depicted wearing a t-shirt with the swords going through the heart. So that's the classic Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, but I like that that's not just what's on the card. Like oftentimes that's all you'll see is just the swords and the heart, and that is it. But here we have her with her facial expression. She has a very clear feeling about what's going on as well. And her shirt also has stains all over it, which is really interesting. I love this interpretation. And we've got the Four of Swords. She's calmer. Oh, the Five of Swords. Wow. All of these cards are just very powerful and stunning. I adore them. Ooh, he looks like he's up to something. And she looks trapped, which is interesting. Oh goodness. My goodness. That is indeed a Ten of Swords. And then we've got the Page of Swords. Oh wow, I love her. I love this. I adore this card too. Oh, look at him. He has such personality, and just look at everything around him. Wow. I love everything about this. Another queen, all in her power. I love her too. And yeah, the colors are so vibrant. Ugh! I adore solidly good, vibrant colors like this. I am just absolutely head over heels for this deck. There are so many reasons why I chose it, but it is just really all what I wanted it to be. Wow. So now we're into pentacles, or we'll see what they call them in the book, but this is often called various different things, discs, earth, you know, all sorts of names. So we'll see exactly what this deck chose, but I think it's kind of cool that they sort of let you choose what to see in these different suits and in these cards because they don't have any names. It's very interesting, but I like him. He's great. Ooh, what a beautiful scene too. Oh my goodness. Their faces just, they all have something to say, and it's so wonderful. Although this is very sad. I feel like the pentacles are leaving, and he is all alone with his thoughts. That's very interesting. I wonder how this is actually interpreted in the books. Oh, I love her! I feel like I'm introducing myself to this deck and meeting just a whole bunch of new friends, which is really cool. It's a really cool way to just be connected to this deck. I feel like it doesn't take much to connect to this deck. You look at their faces and you're like, these are my friends. Oh my gosh! Her hair! Oh, I love it! I love it! Oh, this is beautiful too. I think it is just stunning. I love the trees and the bird, peacock, just amazing. Oh my gosh, what a family. I like how intergenerational it is. Just gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is another page that I saw on somebody else's channel and I love him too. I just love his facial expression and everything about this. It's another one that really connects to me. Ooh, she looks like she's off to do something important. I like this too. I like the plants there as well. Looks actually like basil. I grow a lot of basil and that is really cool that it's pretty spot on. I'm pretty sure that's basil. I could be wrong, but it looks like exactly what my plants look like right now. Oh my gosh. This is one of my favorite queens, although I've loved all of them, haven't I? I might have already said that. They're all so beautiful. I mean, look at this card. She is absolutely stunning, and I can't get enough of everything about this. Like, look at it. She's got all these flowers, there's pears, and just a bounty around her. And a cute little bunny. Oh, I am so attached. And I love this king too. Wow. There's power, but there's a sense of humor as well. And I really like that. Yes, I am so glad that I got this deck. I absolutely... I knew it would be something that I would love, and I was right. I'm so excited to have this in my possession. And next I will see how it shuffles, and I'll tell you what the cards feel like. And I'll do a reading of one of the cards as well. We'll see what the book has to say. So let's see what it's like. Now I will say, okay, so the cards don't necessarily seem to be in the best condition, which is kind of a problem since they're brand new. I've seen other people have a similar problem with the back card of the Hay House deck. The way that they wrap them when they're sending them out, it's a tiny bit too tight. But they're very bendable and they feel a little softer and easier to work with than some of the more heavy-duty cards. Let's go ahead and give them a shuffle. I hope that they don't have problems like that one card, because I really want this deck to last for a long time. I love it a lot. Okay, so as always, I'm not a great shuffler. I have much too small hands for that kind of thing, but I do my best. And yeah, I mean, I think that they are able to bend and shuffle pretty well, which is good. So really, it's just a matter of whether they hold up to things. I think that might just be that card. Let's see. Yeah, all the rest of the cards seem to be in good condition and they do not seem as fragile, so perhaps there's just a small issue with the last one that I got. But hopefully the rest of them hold up well, because I really love this deck and I do not want to have any issues. So now that we've shuffled them, let's pick a card and do a reading. Feeling good about this one. Okay, we've got the Seven of Cups. Let's find out what the meaning is behind her facial expression. Let's go to the table of contents so we can find the cups. 63. And we're at number 7. Okay, so choices. Hopes and dreams, illusions, and wishful thinking. There's so many new opportunities and directions being offered to you. Some are paths to material abundance, others to love, joy, and emotional fulfillment. Which path will you choose? Some options are a true path to your highest good, while others are merely sparkling veils of illusion. Even when a possibility might seem to be a direct route to all your hopes and dreams, be careful you're not indulging in wishful thinking. Don't be swept away by the daydreams you have conjured in your head. A solid grounding in reality will help you make the right decision. Don't get lost in beautiful fantasies when real-world action is needed to achieve your dreams. I like that. That is solidly good advice. I am so excited that I got to share that deck with you all, and I'm really excited to start using it. I think it's going to be a really great addition to my collection, and I think it's going to be able to help me answer questions as if I am speaking to a friend and asking for advice from a friend. And I think that's really cool. I think that's a hole that I haven't yet filled in my tarot collection until now. So I think that's going to be really beautiful. So it's a few months later now, and I wanted to share with you how I feel about the deck at this point. So I really think this is a gorgeous, amazing, all-purpose deck. But I will admit, I didn't really connect to it as much as I thought I would at the beginning. And I think the reason for that is, it's not really a deck for beginners. Because it lacks titles on the cards and it just has the numbers, and because the guidebook actually has the same situation, there's just numbers and you sort of have to look it up in the table of contents and not be like me and just like rifle through the pages to find your card. It's a little bit harder to use than I was expecting, but I think it is just a really stunning deck. Once I got used to that, and once I got used to actually looking in the card for the suit and reading it more intuitively, I really enjoyed it and I really like it. I feel like the characters on the cards are really just so kind, I guess. It's so open. It feels like I really am talking to a whole bunch of different friends who've lived full, rich, interesting lives, and I really love that. I really do feel like it's a great all-encompassing deck, and I think it's a really beautiful option as long as you have some familiarity already with the tarot. And yeah, those are my feelings about it. The guidebook lacking titles is really my only big downside. And while you did see that there's a little bit of a cardstock issue when it was shipped to me, luckily there haven't been any other cardstock issues, so I think that was just a little bit of a one-off. I think it's gonna hold up pretty well, and I just really enjoy using it. It's definitely not the deck that I reach for the most, but when I use it, I know I'm going to get a good reading from it, and I think that's what's really important. And again, the artwork is stunning. I just love all of the colors. It's so vibrant. But yeah, all in all, I highly recommend it if you love this artwork as much as I do. And speaking of that, let me know in the comments if you love this as much as I do. Does it speak to you? Does it draw you in? Are you intrigued, or do you even already own it since it's been out for a few months? I would love to hear your thoughts on this deck. And also, I often see it compared to the Light Seers Tarot, so I would love to hear what you think of it compared to that tarot if you're familiar with the Light Seers Tarot. Just, yeah, let me know all about your thoughts in the comments. And also, if you enjoyed this video, I would really love it if you would add a like and subscribe and stick around for more videos like this about tarot, as well as fashion and crafting and thrifting and sewing, all with a witchy spin. I will be back soon, so stay tuned, and remember, my celestial friends, save every opportunity to find something that feels like a friend. Be kind to yourself and to the universe, and try to add a little bit of magic wherever possible to your corner of the world. Bye. I'm going to be doing a... No, that's not what it's called. Ah.